This year's theme is local, so here I am in my local Markham Nature Park. But that's not where I fell in love with green empowerment. I fell in love when my husband and I were doing work in Borneo. We actually, although I'm an Oregon native, met green empowerment through the tremendous work that they were doing in Sabah. What I fell in love with was how much they turned over the work they were doing to the local people, put them in charge. Really different from a lot of the other organizations we met. So I'm sorry I can't be with you tonight, but I am with you in spirit.
The reason I serve on Green Empowerment Board is because I care for community development, and doing it with an environmental approach is the most sustainable way. I'm honored to serve on Green Empowerment, working globally, including my country, Uganda.
I support Green Empowerment because as a returned Peace Corps volunteer, I finally see a nonprofit doing development work the right way, empowering local staff and, more importantly, local communities to take charge of their own projects.
I've personally seen our work in Ecuador and Bolivia, and they really make a difference. Partnering with local organizations and empowering and training local communities to build, maintain, and champion clean water and energy projects. Don't just give people a fish, teach them how to fish.
I think it's important to support local leadership through green empowerment in order to create sustainable, culturally appropriate projects that communities will welcome and then continue to maintain.
I was 18 in the summer of 1965 when I traveled to Mississippi to work as a civil rights worker. I learned a lot that summer from the rural black farmers we worked with. I learned about the power of local leadership and how ordinary people can create change. These lessons have stayed with me all my life and are the reason that I'm so committed to green empowerment.
As Green Empowerment is reaching its 25th year anniversary, it has built networks, it has built relationships, it has built partnerships with community members and local organizations that enable everyone to do work that is centered around the community's needs.
Giving voice and ownership of clean water and renewable energy projects to local community members.
To think on behalf of others, I think, is always a mistake. If we know that that's who needs to be included in the conversation, then we need to include them in the conversation, and not be the saviors, but be the implementers.
Aid is not dependent on us coming in and thinking we make a third world situation better. A situation is better when people can take care of it themselves. Mentoring, guiding, technological assistance makes it possible, but the green empowerment model is unique as near as I can tell, and very effective and deserves everyone's participation.
When I became acquainted with green empowerment, I was just very impressed with the approach. I had the opportunity to visit the Rio Abajo project, and I was just so impressed with the commitment of the community members. They really were actively involved. I remember the very first community meeting, one of the things that really impressed me was who spoke the most? Women. And you don't always see that in different countries, different cultures, and they were very actively engaged and really great dialogue. And so it really fit in, it was very much in line with how I feel development should be done. And it seemed like a very logical organization to help give back to communities that I've been involved with over the years.